Namaskar everyone, and welcome to Meditation for Healing and Well-Being. And a warm welcome to those of you who are joining us via the video stream. I have to look this way. If I want to see your physical form, if I want to feel you, I just hold you in my being. Eyes open or closed. Or when I look into the camera, you think I'm looking directly at you, which is what I'm doing. But just take a moment to come into the present moment. Being here and now, being in this place, in this time. Your soul, in its essence, lives in timelessness. Your body lives in time. And your mind can identify with memories, and so gets caught in time. The most powerful way to relax is first mentally. Be at ease mentally. Totally accept all that is happening in your life. Just let go of the worry. Trusting that There's a universal power that knows all, sees all, and acts in our best interest. That we are creatures of this Maker, and this Maker looks after us even though we may not realize it. Just let go of the mental preoccupations. Open the heart to loving being. Loving is a quality of your soul. It's not about loving anyone, but just being loving. Loving is being. As seekers, that should come natural to you. Because we identify with our divine nature. It's a peaceful mind, loving being. And God-centeredness or divine-centeredness. Holding the awareness that we all exist in that field of consciousness, infinite consciousness that we call God. Another word is beingness. For God, it's beingness. Infinite being. And now begin to observe your physicality. That's not who you are. That's why we have this session. How do we use our mental faculties, emotional powers to support the well-being of the body and the healing of the body? So begin to observe your body, its posture, its weight. Gravity has a hold on it, not your mind. Gravity is not holding your mind in the way that it holds your body. Observe the warmth in the body, observe life in the body. Heart is beating, lungs are breathing, nerve cells firing. Bone cells hold you in your sitting position. Skin cells protect your internal being and give the sense of touch. Begin to observe physicality, but not as who you are, as what you live in. And now you can learn to relax the body because you are the driver. First, you'll find that breathing happens, and your breathing affects your mind, or your mind affects your breath. It's both ways. And your emotional being as well. So if you were to bring the breath into a more rhythmic form, breathing out slowly, pausing for a moment, waiting for the body to give the invitation to breathe, then breathe in, opening up the belly to breathe, the ribcage to breathe, opening up the shoulders so you're breathing fully into the lungs. And when you breathe out, drop the shoulders, bring the ribcage in, contract the belly and breathe out fully, completely. And at the end of the in-breath, you pause until the body wants to breathe out. So follow the urgings of the physical body. And when you catch that rhythm, that feels harmonious at every level, mind, body, emotional being, then you can gently manage the breathing in the way that makes you feel best. Right. And observe what happens to the mind. The mind is more restful. Emotions are more stable. You're more centered in the present moment as you give attention to the breathing. Notice what is happening. These are the first steps in well-being and healing. Relaxation, de-stressing, and opening up the physical body to your soul energies of love and peace. Now your soul has the power of imaging, visualization, that comes from your manas power. So just create the image in your mind, in your consciousness of just being at ease, relaxed, lovingly so, and hold the awareness of body appreciation. Be appreciative to your body. I usually use my little affirmation that I love you, my body, you're God's gift to me. I love you, my every cell, you're so precious to me. That gives me that appreciative feeling of having this beautifully designed body, this biological machine that works for us every moment. Now your mind has awesome power. So you want to ensure that your mind is held in the present moment. And you don't drift away. If you want to increase your brain energy and bring more coherence to the brain and heart, just focus on the center of the eyebrows, at the center of the eyebrows, until you can feel that little knot there, that little point there, that little energy point there. And breathe into that with a focus on the brainstem, medulla area. And here you can recharge the physical brain with prana. And if you open up the nostrils to breathe more oxygen as well. Some of us, as we begin to become meditative, we tend to breathe more shallow. But no, today it's a little different because we are focused on the well-being of the body. So until the body allows you to slow down the breath, you recharge the cells with the oxygen that you can breathe into the lungs. Oh no, breath needs to be rhythmical. And if you feel a little tightness in your chest and the breath is not being rhythmical, then open up the chest to breathe and breathe in lovingly. Breathe into the heart, not the heart center. Opening up to loving being. Remember, every time you open up to the loving being, you're channeling energies, you're opening up the energies of love that flows in and through the body. Love is healing. And when you come into that feeling of love, you increase that oxytocin. And when it influences your mental field and there is more well-being, the serotonin and the dopamine comes in. The feel-good neurochemicals. And if whilst breathing in, you feel like holding the breath for a while, that intuition is there within you to hold the breath for a while, and hold the breath. For as long as it's comfortable and you breathe out. Now, your collective energies are mirrored inside of me, as in each one of you, but I'm aware of it. And that is what influences my guiding you. And now open up the belly to breathe in a more directed way. Because here's where you communicate with your physical body in a more powerful way. The core power of the body. And as you breathe into the core of the body, begin to observe what happens to the vitality. And of course, regulate the amount of oxygen that comes in. And if you extend the breath as you breathe into the core, a little lower down, opening up that Dantian power, just go down to the second chakra, the sacral chakra, and breathe in from there. You're going to find that you have such a better feeling in the body. And if you want even greater body communication, go right down to the root, to the perineum area. And energetically, first, begin to tap into that area, just using the breathing. And if you find it difficult to energetically hold the perineum, use the muscle, contract the muscle, the perineum muscle, as you breathe in. And relax it as you breathe out. Now, remember, all of this should be in a feel of joyfulness, in a feeling of gratitude for the gift of life, in a feeling of gratitude for being together in such a circle. No, we are told, and rightly so, as we think, so we become. The image that your mind holds of yourself influences every body cell. So hold the image First, holy awareness of your entire being. And hold that image of well-being. Or if there is some kind of physical challenge, you bring your attention there and visualize well-being, wholeness. And you can breathe into that point, keeping your focus on prana. Prana can be directed through the breath, or through the mind. When you hold any part of your body in your mind, you're holding it in a pranic field of transformation. And the more you sustain that mental image, the more you are influencing that part of the body. Now learn to stay stable in the field. The tendency of the mind is to drift away very quickly. You pull it back again and again until you build the habit of staying centered. Now create body awareness, so you're aware of your skin cells and the beautiful warm feeling that comes when you open your heart. Heart is connected to skin and touch, heart energy. So the moment you come into the heart lovingly, loving kindness, loving beingness, the skin resistance drops and the skin becomes warm in that field of pranic love. Now here you're taking responsibility for your well-being. Now I'm going to join you in the silence, but I'm fully present to your energies, and my voice will return if I feel the need to remind you of something. Join me in the inner space, co-create with everyone a field of well-being, sustained well-being, in the God field, in the field of infinite consciousness. For those of you who have learned the inner smile, to smile with the organs within, and to smile with every cell, invoke that power. And our Reiki practitioners, when you feel ready, you can offer Reiki to those who may need it or want it. Now I'm holding all of you in my field. Remember that as you feel my presence in your space. I let love guide me, love guide my breath, love guide my thought, love guide my intentions. Love open up my intuitive space. And love, connect me to that divine energy that flows in and through me. If you feel the urging as well, you can do the alternate nostril breathing to balance the heating and cooling energies if you are sensitive to those. And to balance the left brain and right brain activity. And now you can scan your entire body, liver, spleen, kidneys, reproductive organs, bones, joints, eyes. These cells, they warm up to your love. They thrive in your love. And they follow the images and thoughts and intentions that you have in your mind. It's beautiful when you come to a place where you feel that you are carried. And the more you open your heart, the more flow there is. And the more you open your mind to that divine presence of the evolutionary energy of Kundalini, the more you will feel that you are carried and time disappears. Just stay in that lovingness, just being loving. When love feels timeless. Now, begin to breathe a little more oxygen to your body. But breathe into the root area, then breathe into the sacral area, then breathe into the navel area, then breathe into the chest area, then breathe into the throat area. And here's where you open up the senses once again to external reality. Root, when you breathe into the root, the sense of smell becomes activated, energized. When you breathe more of the gross breath into the sacral area, of course, the navel is involved in this lower area. So belly breathing is what predominates. When you're breathing into the root, or you're breathing into the sacral, or you're breathing into the belly. Sacral is taste, so you find your taste buds become a little more energized, activated. Breathe into the navel, the digestive prana is there, the fire energy, metabolic fire. That makes your sensation of light, your sensing of light and seeing more energized. Breathe into the chest, it's a sense of touch. Breathe into the throat, it's the sense of hearing, sound, listening. And breathe into the throat and the third eye position, where you energize the brain, the manas power, the mental imaging power, and the thinking power. And then you can breathe up and down the column. Opening up the belly to breathe, the chest, the throat, as you focus on these centers. And allow yourself to become more aware of the senses and the world around you. Begin to become more conscious of the earth beneath you, the moisture in the atmosphere and in the body. More aware of the warmth within the body, metabolic fire, and sensing of the light. Become more aware of the sounds around you. And then hold the entire field, physical field, in your loving being. Then to harmonize with your physical world. That your physical body is connected to this world. And that is how your soul picks up information. Now extend your healing energies, your healing intentions into this field. May we humankind coexist harmoniously with all of life, all of nature, all life forms. Affirm this in your consciousness as you open up your consciousness to the world around you and the healing of the planet. May we humankind, as well as all living species, thrive in harmonious coexistence. May we all thrive. And hold in your intention, in your mind, in your emotional field, nature at its best. May we humankind become more aware of the ecology of the environment and its importance. we destroy our environment and we destroy our bodies by extension. And let's take a moment to pray for humanity, suffering humanity across our world, and many are suffering, all kinds of suffering. Human rights violation, starvation, political unrest, war. Environmental disasters. Let's pray for a suffering humanity. May all those who are suffering across our planet be held in grace. In a grace that affords them comfort and healing and restoration. May all our human brothers and sisters across the planet who look after these suffering humanity, may they continue to be strengthened in their resolve. And may they all be held in grace. That all that is needed for these caregivers will be granted. How beautiful it is to pray and to wish well. May our young people grow up in a better social consciousness than we know. May those leaders across our world be open to the truth of life and existence and the need for sharing and loving and caring. Take a moment to really think about our world. What may seem to be a little contribution here becomes a fire when we do it together, a fire of hope. And join me now as we chant the Mahamrityunjaya mantra for world restoration, healing and well-being, unity and peace, love and harmony, and higher soul consciousness. Join me. Om Trayambakam Yajamahe Sugandhem Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva Bandhanan Mrityor Mokshya Mamritat. Om Trayambakam Yajamahe Sugandhem Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva Bandhanan Mrityor Mokshya Mamritat. Om Trayambakam Yajamahe Sugandhem Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva Bandhanan Mrityor Mokshya Om Sahana Vavatu Sahana Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahe Tejasvinavadhitamastu Ma Vidvisha Vahe. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Thank you, everyone. I hope that you've been nourished by this session. I am always. We become stronger when we meditate together, when we pray together, when we create intentions together. And the more of us who become awakened to this consciousness, the more we can bring about change on our planet. So remember you have the power to unite with all those light workers across the world. You don't have to be out there if life doesn't take you there. Right where you are, you can join the movement for change and for healing and well-being. We can begin to transform the collective energies on the planet. Why waste the mental power when you can use it actively every day to bring about positive change within your own bodies, within your own minds, and within the environment? Why waste it? Why waste the thoughts? Why waste the emotional energies? Why waste the vitality? Use it for higher purpose. Use it for higher purpose. That's what the Blue Star is about. So don't wait on these sessions to happen before you do your breathing exercises and your centering and your praying. No. My day begins with these activities, and it continues with these activities with every person I meet, every time I walk the earth, every time I sense nature. My heart is with the collective. I don't wait. I don't have to wait. I may have told you this before. In my elementary school, there's a motto in the school. Do it now. No need to wait until tomorrow. Tomorrow never comes. Now is always there. So those of you who are here, you have the opportunity to go to the cafe, the health cafe, and the health shop, and gift shop, and to spend some more time in the environment. It's been prepared for you. Enjoy our hospitality. Have a blessed day, everyone. We look forward to seeing you again. The 40 days are coming up closer, but I want this session to continue in the 40 days, so we're giving it a particular day in every week in the 40 days, where it will be influenced by the energy of the 40 days. So the invitation is out already for those who are ready and receptive, and I will define that in the first week. What does readiness and receptivity mean? Receptivity is all about your level of consciousness. And readiness is whether the karmic moment is here for you. You will feel it in your being. How do you recognize it? Receptivity is having the level of consciousness so that whatever you hear, whatever information comes to you, you're ready to receive it. You have the consciousness and readiness to receive it. So I'm looking forward to a marvelous 40 days, 2023. I've been doing this for so many years, always with great joy. And every year gets better and better. So have a blessed day, everyone. Enjoy the rest of your day, wherever you are. And know that together we are stronger, and together we are one. Have a blessed day, everyone. Namaskar.
परब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। ॐ नमः शिवाय गुरवे सच्चिदानन्दमूर्तये निष्प्रपञ्चाय शान्ताय निरालम्बाय तेजसे